Hello. Good afternoon, Facebook friends, and YouTube friends now. Thank you so much for all the love yesterday. So many people sent me text messages and Facebook messages giving me so much love about yesterday's video, so encouraged me to keep doing them. I'm not doing this for money or anything. I'm just doing it so that I can help friends be educated about a little bit more about diet. So anyway, thanks again for all the love you guys gave me yesterday. All the sweet texts, all the sweet Facebook messages. I loved it. Thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh, I feel so loved. So I decided I'll continue doing these, give a little bit of advice each day about keto, a little bit of advice about answer questions. I think I was on my phone all day yesterday answering questions. So I'll do a little bit about keto, a little bit about answering questions people have given me, and any other thing we want to talk about. Anything. My daughter's a model, we could talk about that. My son's going to the Marines, we could talk about that. Anything you guys want. Just message me and we'll do that the next day. So let's see. Oh, you know what I was thinking, why do people want to watch me? I got so much love yesterday. I was like, why do they want to watch me? Why can't they just Google it themselves or go on YouTube themselves? And then I thought, I know, it's fun to get advice from someone you know. It's fun to get advice from someone who's close to your age. So I kind of get that. So I'm not a doctor. I'm not a licensed professional. This is my 48-dom. I was trying to connect the age of 48 with wisdom, but then it just sounded like I was saying 48 is dumb. Anyway, the wisdom I've learned up to 48. Okay, so I know I should backtrack a little bit and say exactly what keto is. Keto is a low-carb, high-fat, no-sugar diet. When you deplete your body of its stored glycogen, your body adapts to using fat as fuel, and it generates ketones, which are slow-burning fuel as opposed to glucose. When you eat carbs, they instantly turn into sugar in your body. So that's basically what keto is. So when you're doing keto, you want to follow macros, which means you want to have a certain percentage of fat, good fats, a certain percentage of proteins, and a certain percentage of carbs. And then that's the keto diet. There's an app out there called Carb Manager. There's also MyFitnessPal, and I think there's a few more that have like the word keto in the title. I prefer Carb Manager. So you go into it and it asks you some questions like your age, which mine is 48, your height, which I put 5'5", even though I'm only like 5'4" 3/4. Anywho, and your weight, your starting weight. And then it helps you calculate what you should be eating. And for the first 4 months, I religiously wrote down everything that went in my mouth so that I could know exactly how much protein I was getting, exactly how much fat, exactly how much sugar. And it really helps you stay to where you want to stay by having to write it down. There was times where I wanted to eat something, but I didn't want to pick up my phone and write it down, so I just didn't eat it. So it helps in that way too. So anyway, Carb Manager is the app I would recommend. But like I said, after I did it for about 4 months, I started to have certain foods memorized as to their macros, like how much protein, how much sugar, how much carbs. So then now I don't even use it because you just start to memorize everything. And if I ever have a question now, I pick up the app and put in that food and I figure out and it'll tell me how many protein, carbs, sugars. So that's a piece of advice there. Let's see, what else was I going to tell you? Oh yeah, I was going to talk about, someone asked me about snacking. So yesterday I showed you my breakfast and I ate it really late and it was kind of big for me. So one of the things keto does is make you have less of an appetite, which is good. Anyway, so by the time like 4 hours after breakfast, I wasn't super hungry for lunch, and I know we were going to have kind of an early dinner, so I thought I would just have a snack. And then yesterday, one of my friends, Deanna, said, what kind of snack ideas do you have? And I thought, okay, well, I'll start with posting the snack I had yesterday. Not really posting, but showing a picture. let's see. So here's a picture of what I had yesterday. I don't know if you can see it. It's cheese, pepperoni, cheese, and chips. So normally I would have spinach right there, not chips. But I hadn't been to the store yet since I got home, so all I had was chips. Now the cheese, some dairies are really good for you on keto, and cheese is very low in carbs. You don't want to go overboard, you just want to like use your head. Don't eat too much cheese. Just have a medium amount and you can thoroughly enjoy it. It's really good where like if I just want a snack and I go by the fridge and grab a string cheese, perfect. The pepperoni, let's talk about the meat. Okay, so what did I find out? I was reading about it. Oh yeah, uncured or cured meat. So cured meats, like if you buy pepperoni, everything you buy is cured. But when it says cured, it's been chemically treated by nitrates, chemical nitrates. And they do that to preserve the meat. But once it goes into your body, they turn into nitrosamines, and those can be cancer causing. So when you go to buy meats like pepperoni, even bacon, sausage, you want it to say uncured. Even though it's cured, I don't know why they say uncured. It is cured. But when it says uncured, that means it's been cured with celery juice or celery powder, which is a natural nitrate. So when it goes inside your body, it turns to vitamin C and it prevents nitrosamines, which are cancer causing. So you can see why the cured meat, which could be cancer causing because of the chemicals, and then the uncured meat using the celery juice and the celery powder, way better. Creates vitamin C, prevents nitrosamines. So that's my advice on snacking with cheese and pepperoni. Now, you saw my picture that I did chips instead of spinach because I hadn't been to the store. I highly recommend spinach because, you know, it doesn't have a ton of flavor. I mean, if my friends who know me from when I was little, I was a horrible eater and I hated pretty much everything green. I still hate most lettuce. I think kale is basically a 4-letter word. I mean, I'm going to use that instead of the F word from now on. I mean, what the kale? Anyway, kale's disgusting. I don't even like iceberg lettuce. I know most normal people do. The only thing I'll eat is spinach. So you'll always hear me talking about spinach. So I would have normally have had, let me bring this back up, spinach right there instead of the chips with the pepperoni and the cheese. But we just got home and I hadn't been to the store, and I went to the store last night. Or actually I sent Mason. So what you see in the picture here is pop chips, which are my fave. But they're not, this would definitely be dirty or lazy keto. This is not strict keto. This is like a splurge. Like you don't want to do this all the time, maybe like once a week. And so the carbs is 15 carbs. It has like 1 sugar and a lot of ingredients that you shouldn't really have on keto, but if you don't do this very often, it's a nice treat to have once in a while to give you that crunch you're looking for. Okay, but don't be deceived like I was. I went to buy these pop chips and I bought these popcorners. Disgusting. Unless you're some sort of little freak that just loves to eat rice cakes all day long, plain gross rice cakes, then you'll like these. No, gross. Don't buy those. Yeah. Yeah. They come in sea salt, white cheddar. None of them tasted good. Oh, wait. The one I threw was kettle corn. That one somebody said tasted good, but I didn't even try it because it had too much sugar in it. Pure cane sugar. So these two, no good. So I'll probably like give them to friends when they come over because I'm so nice. Okay, definitely recommend these pop chips. So anyway, when you're craving chips super bad, these take the place. You wouldn't want to have them every day, but like I said, just like once a week. And then the other thing, which I forgot to get out of the cupboard, hang on, getting it, just a second, coming, here it is, pork skins. Pork skins are an amazing snack. 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 5 grams of fat. So it's a great way to get protein and fat into your diet. With keto, you want high fat. So a lot of times when people realize that they're not losing weight on keto, they're not getting enough good fats. You need like 70% good fats, a smaller portion of protein, and even smaller portion of carbs. So, and you get your carbs from your green leafy vegetables, that kind of thing. Anyway, these are great. Max is a really good brand compared to others. The barbecue ones, awesome. That's mostly what I go for. What does it say? They might have a tiny bit of sugar in them. If anything ever says it has like 1 gram or less than 1 gram of sugar, you can usually get away with that. These, I take a rolling pin to and just smash the whole entire bag up and use it. This is basically my breadcrumbs. Any recipe that calls for breadcrumbs, use this. So if you're making meatloaf, instead of using breadcrumbs, which is super high in carbs and sugars, crunch up some of these and put them in there instead. If you're making, cod. Okay, you're frying some cod in some coconut oil. Coconut oil is amazing fat for you. You dip it in egg and crunched up pork rinds, fried in the coconut oil. It's my husband's favorite, and it's so good. Okay, so that's my advice on snacks, which was one of my questions from yesterday. Let's talk about drinks a little bit for like snack drinks. So sometimes in the afternoon I'll all of a sudden feel hungry and I'll be like, why am I hungry? I just ate like 2 hours ago. And I realize I'm thirsty. You need to drink a ton of water when you're on keto. And if you get sick of water,